Hey guys, it's me Pinky. Like once a month when the Besieged by White Walkers event is going on, we always have some people in MBL wondering about is it worth to save for a better reward stage? Is it not? Is it worth to spend on the event or not? And I thought why not make a short little video on it, because we have had someone trying to go for the leatherboard this time, which is, I think, Guido, which is from us. And yeah, I just thought I'd speak about some personal experience, some assumptions, and some things, because I guess if people want to save, it's either, from my experience, for the Legendary Commander selection pack, or some also want to go for the 20 Ancient Dust from the second stage. And the question is very simple: is it worth it? And if yes, what does it cost? So let's just dive into it. To make an assumption on what you pay, how much do you need? The first question is really how much can you get free to play? And it's pretty simple. You can get the daily quests 5 times. Each daily quest is 4 boulders, so 20 boulders from here. And from the current quests, you can also get another 20. Over the event, you get 40 free boulders. With those 40 free boulders, my arts and stuff where I do this event reach 15k damage, kinda consistent, which is thanks to you get here 4, therefore here 8, and then you get here another 8, which you can use in the next month then. So you get 16 to use to reach the 150, and then you get another 8, which you can save for the next month. I am honestly a bit surprised that this works so often, because in my personal experience, since it changed from Ice Dragon Invasion to White Walkers, I'm doing less damage. Be wrong, of course, but when it was the Ice Dragon, I had every month more and more from those Dragon Glass boulders up, and this time you see for 35k damage, I needed almost all my boulders. Of course, I will still get 2, so I'm going with 7 saved into the next month, and most likely won't be able to reach 35k damage. Why is this interesting for me? Because I try to buy those every month, but maybe I found a better way, which we will come through in a bit. If you don't want to be just free to play, what I'm doing is buying the 50 Black Diamond pack. You can buy those 5 times. If you do that, you get another 40 boulders. You get the same amount for 250 BDs than what you get for event free to play. As you can see, the cost ratio is getting worse and worse with the better packs. So if you want to spend more, buy those first, then buy the 200. And then in the end, if you still want, then buy for 1k. And here is what people are doing if they are saving for level 2, for example, to be effective. Because if you look at the quests, you get for 25k, you get another 10 boulders. And then the next stage is kind of far away with 50k. Most people do the 25k like this. They get 18, 26... and another 16 is 42 boulders every time free from doing the damage, which is, by the way, again, as much as you get free to play normally, just so you have an idea, and it's as much as you get from spending 250 BDs, so it's not the worst deal in the end. And then you basically need, for example, if you want to go for the Legendary Commander chests, you need basically like 3k points to buy them, because you need 350 to buy those 10 times, and then you need another 100 to either buy 5 here or 5 there. Of course, you could in theory make it cheaper, just go for 200 in one of those packs and 100 in another pack, then you only need 300 plus 2500. But you can also, if I would do it, I would do it with the selection chest. The other thing you can do is the Ancient Dust. If you want to do this, you need 600 here, and you need basically 450 here, so you need a bit over 1000. So what you can do, of course, is now do 25k damage all the time, which means you get 250 of the Badge of the Braves. So in theory, after 4 months, you will be able to do 50 more damage. You can buy the red badges, or if we say you need 3k here, then you will need not 4 months, you will need around 1 year to finish this here. I think you will be a bit faster, because if you do the 250 damage, you always save up some of the boulders. So you should have a nice stash at some point and after 10 or 11 months you can do some extra and unlock. If you then look onto the cost for 50 chests in 1 year, where you buy them every time for 250 BD, or let's say after 10 months, because then it's 2,500. Then one of the chests costs you 50 BD practically, which is kind of cheap. But you also need to keep in mind that if you only do the damage, save it, never spend it, you also miss out, compared to me, on 10 times 10 chests, which means 100 chests. Of course, when I'm going for the 100 chests, I will never reach with my spending the Commander Selection Pack or the Ancient Dust. Which means you can of course argue that if you value something else more, then this is a good deal. But I still think at least unlocking those, you should. And if you save up for like 10 months or a year, you won't unlock anything. I know a lot of people that only have John. They miss Peter, they miss Cersei, and they miss Daenerys. Since two of them give 2 base and one gives another base, you basically miss out on 5 total base and like 15% total stats each, which makes like 45% total stats. Also missing is something you should keep in mind. With Gotwic asking how much you need for 100k, I was thinking maybe there's a way to combine both. Basically, the idea is to reach the leaderboard, you need 100k damage. And to reach 100k damage, you need around 400 boulders. And if you do that, you get basically the boulders up until the 50k stage. To reach the 100k stage. If you reach 100k, you get another 16 boulders, but those you can use to reach 100k. Those you could only theoretically use to improve your ranking. Let's say you are very, very close to getting 25 chests, then you could of course use those, or you just save them. So there's the question, if you need around 400 boulders, how long will this take? And the answer to this is kind of simple, because you get 40 free to play, you get 40 if you buy always the 50 BD pack fully, so it's 80. So to get 400 boulders with 250 BD spent, you need 5 months. Or if you do it fully free to play, then you need 10 months. But there's the question, is this worth it or not? In theory, after 10 months, you get 30 chests. If you do 10 months, always 15k, then you get 150k. So you see the difference is not too big. So in theory, even as a free to play, you could decide to save up your boulders for 10 months and then go for the ranking ones and don't lose too much. And yeah, if you then want to go for this year, you will of course, since you need 3k points here, you will need 15 months, not 10 to 12 months. You need like 50% longer, let's say. But you also get 2 times, you get 20 of the Advanced Honor Medal selection chests. So you get 40 of them. Twice for just reaching 100k, and for the third time you get another 20 and 10 from buying in the first stage, and then you buy all them. So instead of only getting 10 for saving 10 months, you get 70 for saving 15 months, which in my mind sounds a lot better, because then you can in theory unlock 3 green fights and make one of them even level 20, which would mean you would have 2 green fights on level 10 and a third on level 20, because you need 20 to unlock 2 and 10 to unlock 1 and 40 to bring it to level 20. In theory, if you save 5 months, then you get 30 chests instead of 50 chests. If you do 35k damage every time, you get 30 chests instead of 50 chests, and then you could still buy 20 ancient dust. So if you want to have more red badges, you could also do that. You would spend 1250 for 20 ancient dust, and normally 10 ancient dust cost you around 400 BD if you discount them, so it's a bit more expensive than to buy the ancient dust, but you also get the selection chests, and you clearly get more than a free to play, because 5 months doing 15k, you reach 750 damage, and you need 700 to buy 20 chests, and you get the 10 from buying and 20 from the ranking reward. So I think here saving is also better. I hope this was not too boring and too much text and too much numbers, but I found this topic kind of interesting, so I guess why not talk about it.